A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. I'd finally set out to make my mark, to find adventure. But instead, adventure found me.
Yeah, I looked up that line and no one came up with that quote. I was led back to a quote from Lara Croft that says she came up with the quote. Obviously, she didn't, since she just said a famous explorer once said, "Devs, a word of advice, don't lie to us. We'll do research to see if you're full of it." Alright, Lara took that right to the head. Look guys, there's so much I can take. The lethal damage Lara takes in this game should either break her spine, neck, arms, legs, etc. No human being can take the damage Lara takes in this game and get up and continue running as if nothing ever happened. This is no exception. I will be calling out all the nonsense Lara gets up from.
Before us, we find something. Something that keeps us going.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Lara was trapped underwater. She was going to drown and somehow Roth pulled her out. But how can it be Roth when he's clearly on the other half of the boat? Was that a guardian angel? If so, how was it able to pull Lara out? Guardian angels aren't known to physically save your life. Square Enix, word of advice, please do not do that. The game looks so good until you showed us how the game really looks. It took a huge chunk of the excitement away from me. Too sincere. Lara didn't get burned. Even though she was screaming from the pain of getting burned, she will not get second-degree burns. Also, she fell from what looks like a 20-foot fall. Mind you, she landed right on what appears to be a red bar, something that is often used for construction, and she broke it off. Oh, this game was fun, but sitting it is gonna give me cancer. I'm doing it for you guys. Also, why was there a rebar here? This appears to be a cave, and rebars are used to reinforce concrete. So it was just for the sake of damaging Lara? For what? To show the players how strong Lara is? Let's not forget, Lara is 5'6" and she weighs around 105 pounds. I'm not going to assume she's strong, I'm going to assume this is moronic. This man just said he's trying to help her. Yeah, right. If you look closely, he's the one who falcon punched Lara. Lara woke up trapped, hanging upside down, tied from toes to neck. How exactly was that helping her? Sorry, but from looking how steep that is, to seeing how much water is getting in the way, Lara is completely defying the laws of gravity. Here's a dramatic way to remind the players what game they're playing. So from the unrealistic adventures, to the unrealistic endangerment, to the unrealistic climbing, Square Enix thought it was okay to make the female version of Uncharted. Yes, Tomb Raider was definitely here first. But I played Tomb Raider on my sister's PS1 back in the days, and it was not like this. Where is she placing the things she got from that bag? Do I even need to explain this? Let's move on.
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Lara? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamata is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai. I've talked to Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field without a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
You know, this reminds me of some guy trying to embarrass me in front of the ladies. He said to the girls, look, unless this guy referring to me has a doctorate, he's useless in anything. I said, you have a degree, but your package handler for UPS. The man took the walk of shame, and Whitman reminded me of that guy. Anything that reminds me of him gets a sin.
Going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Yeah, because going into a place called the Dragon's Triangle sounds like a nice spot for a vacation.
Bad energy.
Bad storms, more like. Makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
It's almost as if she's trying to get them all killed.
Inside the Dragon's Triangle?
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
To portray as the douchey character who will betray everyone in the game, of course.
I can't just sit here. I've got to find something to eat.
The game makes the play hunt for food to make the thing Lara will need to feed from time to time, when really this will only happen once. Like, what was the point?
What's going on here? Wait, I can use that bow.
And how convenient that Lara finds a skeleton has been hanging for who knows how long strapped with the bow. So remember when Lara fell on that rebar? You can see the wound on her right side. That wound is still open. It hasn't been treated, and Lara asks if she doesn't feel that injury anymore. I mean, look how fast she got up. Just in case you don't know where you need to go, the devs implemented this feature to make the game insanely easy for you.
This is Conrad Roth, captain of the Endurance. We are shipwrecked on an island inside the Dragon's Triangle.
Roth!
Lara!
You're alive!
Easy, easy. Are you okay? What happened?
Are you really asking what happened when you saw Lara slipping from your hand and drop straight to the water?
This crazy man, Roth, and a dead body.
Actually, there were multiple dead bodies, plus the one you saw when you took the bow.
It was so horrible. It's all my fault. This is all my fault.
Well, of course it's your fault. Jonah told you that specific place you want to go to is no good.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
But pick yourself up, stop crying, and do what you have to do to get out of it.
I have to stay here. You can do this, Lara. Remember when we climbed Snowden? You said the key was knowing that all you've got to do is just keep moving. Remember everything I've taught you, Lara. You're ready for this.
There is no way Lara trained for what is to come. That means she is not ready. She will be captured multiple times. She will have to climb the tallest heights, somehow escape from inescapable devs, and survive the biggest beating any human has ever experienced.
Laura, you made it.
Sam, thank goodness.
Surprise. It's okay. He's one of us.
Sorry if I startled you. This place would make anyone a little jumpy. We just spoke to your crew. They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do. My manners. I'm sorry, I'm Matthias.
Creepy guy with a creepy voice that nobody seems to know. Someone who patched Sam up for literally no reason. Also, let's not forget he has the cane. Is the game expecting me to think he's not the antagonist of the game? I can excuse the fact that Laura didn't see the trap, but explain to me how blood squirms out when not only she's wearing boots, but the trap doesn't have any blades or saw edges as a regular trap would.
It's good to see you, little bird.
I'm so glad you're here. Is Sam with you?
She was with you.
She was here with that man, Matthias. But I passed out. When I woke up, they were both gone.
You girls shouldn't go wandering off.
We need to find them.
Wait. What about Raw?
Okay,
Too sincere. 1. Why are they splitting up when they just grouped up? 2. Splitting from the group cliche.
But look, the bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island, it must have once been part of Yamatai. You were right, Laura.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
We're standing on a gold mine.
Come, quickly. Your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
They can't be trusted. You still have a gun.
I don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us.
He gave up way too easily. This is why you should always be equipped and not trust the one with you. Like seriously, those men had bow and arrows. Whitman had a gun.
No! Round them up! Round them up! Don't you fucking move.
The villainous character had a chance to kill the protagonist, but gives them the chance to free themselves, cliche. Also, for some reason, when the camera looks back at him, it's like he disappeared out of nowhere. It's especially sinful because there is a dead end in the direction he walked to. How do you not see her?
There she is.
Damn it.
Why was she killed? She was just told to stay there and not move.
Вылезай! Но трать моего времени! I always find. Она тоже была порядочной стервой.
I refuse to believe Lara freed herself just like that. The game gave her a cheat code to proceed and survive through the story. Look, I get Lara is strong for someone her size, but I don't believe she is capable of overpowering a man twice her size and weight. No, that man was shot through the brain. He should be instantly dead at this point. Roth is a terrible shot. Also, how come Roth gets to use dual-wield pistols but Lara can't? This is a Tomb Raider game, and for some reason we, the players, got robbed of that.
I'm telling you, Reyes, it's mechanical, not an electrical problem.
Now, Alex.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
You think?
Oh, hello. Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Oh, she's cute, huh? Yes, Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my daughter.
That. Oh.
14 years old.
This ain't a sin, but Alex, if you're watching this, does this remind you of anything?
Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 3, and action.
Okay, now take a firm grip and then slice him down the belly like this. Yeah, you got it.
Good Lord, cut! Cut!
It's just a fish, Mr. PhD.
Hearts on the back of my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that on one of your father's digs. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
I was 5 years old. It was my first find.
Yeah. You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Now, there was a man that ran on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
Your parents would have been so proud of you, cliche. Why would you grab her when you're literally going to fall if she kicks you? With common sense, you would have waited till she got away from that ledge and then tackled her. Did you guys see how fast she climbed that? Later, she's gonna get a tool that would be quicker than climbing the rope. But with that speed, it was a little useless since Laura is capable of climbing 50 feet ropes in seconds. Okay, so I have to ask. Remember when Laura got out of the cave and she was freezing her soul out of her body? Shivering as if she's dying from hypothermia? She is at 100 feet above ground level. That means it's colder. On top of that, it's snowing. Mind you, she isn't wearing a coat or even a sweater. Why isn't she shivering now? Why is there a zip line leading straight to the ground? Sorry, but a zip line this steep should lead to instant death. Alright guys, take a look at this. Laura manages to bring out the gas from this tank section. I shoot it and somehow the gas doesn't get inflamed into fire. It's only when I light up a torch and tip the torch on the gas that the gas gets inflamed. The game is like, this is a Tomb Raider game. There is no such thing as common sense unless we say so. So why do we always have these annoying shield enemies in every single adventure game?
I'm really glad you moved.
You and me both, girl.
One moment they were fine, the next, there was this storm. It came out of nowhere.
It's not your fault, Lara.
I called them here, Roth.
You called them here, but did you know a lightning strike was going to hit the plane? No. Things happen when you least expect it. Characters blame themselves when it wasn't their fault, cliche.
Captain Jessup, do you read?
I've deployed a smoke signal. Please
That is not how radios work. Unless the radio is defective, the person on the other end of the line should definitely be able to pick up a voice. It's only due to plot demand since Laura will be using the radio again later on.
I know about sacrifices.
No, you know about loss. Sacrifice is a choice you make. Loss is a choice made for you.
I can't choose to let him die, Roth.
Yes you can, but the sin is on you. You will go there just so Matthias can capture you.
For a child, you've caused me a great deal of trouble. But you're just as naive and predictable. Kill her!
Gotta love how Matthias says to kill her, but they end up knocking her out instead. Man, that spine of Laura must be made out of vibranium. That must be the only solution to why Laura didn't break her spine, because if it's not, I'll have to admit, I can only handle so much. I'm gonna need everybody to look at this. This one looks insanely aggressive, much stronger than 100 mph wind speed. Laura is handling it like a champ, completely stepping to her left side like it's nothing. In reality, that wind would have had her flying for X amount of time, especially when you clearly see the wind speed is so strong it destroyed the platform.
Hello? Hello? Sam? Hello? Sam?
Yo, that radio is the strongest, most durable radio I've ever seen in any game. Laura fell on her back so many times. How many times Laura almost drowned? Or how many times was she captured? Laura was beaten plenty of times and we've seen it. I don't know what's stronger, Laura's spine or that radio.
I just managed to steal this radio off a guard. A guard? I've been kidnapped.
Okay, so Sam was kidnapped. How did she manage to steal the radio from the guard? Game doesn't bother to explain, so it will get this. Also, what is it with these lazy guards? Laura was captured and tied up twice and she still managed to escape. She wasn't trained how to escape from being captured. I'm sure it wouldn't be that easy.
Laura, I'm fucking terrified. Shit, someone's coming. I've got to hide this thing. Sam? Sam!
Yes, Laura, scream her name and make sure the guard that is coming hears you calling out to Sam. That could have placed her into more trouble than she already is.
Listen, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to get you out of there. Please, please help me, Laura. I promise. I promise, Sam.
Hey, she just...
Oh no! Sam! Sam! Help me, Sam! Please, you bastard!
This is a little baffling. In order for Laura to be hearing this, Sam or someone on the other line would have to press and hold the button for Laura to be able to hear Sam struggling against the guards. I'm sure Sam isn't holding the talk button, so what's going on here? Alright. That's it. I'm out. What? A few sins here. 1. That current is literally taking Laura on vacation. How does she have the reaction to take out her shotgun and blow up the wooden wall? 2. Why is there a wooden wall? 3. This shotgun doesn't jam from the pressure of the water. 4. How does that wooden wall need just one blast when a normal enemy requires 2 or 3 shotgun blasts? I mean, one blast disintegrates every microscopic piece of that wall. Wow, how convenient that you fell into this crashed plane and found a parachute just when the glass beneath you is about to crack. Damn, another crashed plane? Why do these pilots keep flying here? Doesn't anyone realize that this area is very bad for aircrafts and ships? Oh, okay, so now you're cauterizing that wound. After everything you've been through, all the dirty water that wound touched, the mud, smelly rotten corpse Laura crawled off from to escape, the insane falls that should have killed Laura, the gas that Laura ignited the room with. Yeah, this deserves a good sin. Also, this little sin is a ripoff from the first Predator movie from the 80s. Laura has unlimited ammo now, but when she gets back on her feet, it's back to limited ammo.
Drop your weapons, or we kill your friend! Don't fucking do it!
Okay!
That's nothing, pal. I grew up in Glasgow. Now kick them off the edge!
Okay, so we saw the old man fall into his death. There's just one problem. He is nowhere to be found. Neither of the bodies. Even if they die, the body should still be there.
I got her!
Saving the hero at the nick of time cliche.
Almost got him.
Wait, what? The bullet came from in front of him and somehow the body fell forward as if the bullet came from behind him. But even if the bullet came from behind, there is no way the body had enough mass to completely destroy that platform and make enough room for Laura to climb through. This is so forced.
Laura, there's too many of them. Get out of there!
No, I think I'll just stay here.
Soon, my brothers, we will be reborn! Take her to the throne room. Your fight is over, creature.
Wait, if her fight is over, then why don't you just kill her? You literally do not need her. All she is going to do is get in your way. Villain gives the protagonist a chance to free themselves and come back stronger, cliche. Seriously, this is every game. Okay, let's say I'm one of these men. I wouldn't know she's responsible for killing so many of my brothers as they would call it. I would not be foolish enough to walk her through a place like this where she can easily push me off. We interrupt this program to bring you The Descent. Really good movie. I was 12 when I went to the theaters for that movie. Still a sin though. I present to you the funniest sin in the game. Nope. I refuse to believe Laura didn't get hit by any of the bullets shot. Laura, I seriously hope you know you were able to pierce his skull with that indestructible weapon you have on your right side. Wait, so that hurts, but when you went down the incredibly steep zipline, you landed just fine.
But we'll kill our own people.
Villain kills his own minion to prove how much of a villain he is, cliche. Okay, so the devs weren't aware of this little detail I just caught. Let's put it in slow motion. That man chasing Laura was ice skating on air. The man is burning alive and Laura is not getting burned. Okay, I'll let him take Laura with him.
Laura, grab my hand!
Roth, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Laura's already on the helicopter.
We can't leave them behind.
We have to land!
No way! Not in this weather!
This pilot got his license before developing common sense. He thinks it is unsafe to land, but safe to fly? What is it with this storm always striking down aircrafts? But the real sin is the fact that Roth and Laura survives this.
No!
What was that? All of a sudden, Matthias is nowhere around when he clearly was just a second ago.
I can't do this without you.
Are you kidding me? Do you not recall everything you've done? Besides Roth taking out the enemies with the sniper, Laura didn't need any assistance. For instance, freeing her crew. Roth wasn't there.
You're a Croft.
This is the second time he reminded her she's a Croft, but this is actually the mentor of the protagonist dying cliche.
Are you okay, Laura?
Is she okay? Because it's all about Lara, isn't it? Have you forgotten that she's the reason?
Sorry to tell you, but yeah, it is.
It's Dr. Whitman.
Jonah, help!
I get Whitman was acting as if he was being chased by someone, but how could he think they would believe him and there is literally no one in sight?
I was only hoping.
Look, another word and I swear to God I'll start smashing that expensive dentistry of yours.
Stop. If we fight amongst ourselves, then we lose.
We all must stick together, cliche.
You're right. Which is why this is not happening, okay?
I'm going after Alex. Where were the tools?
The engine room. Look, he can take care of himself, Laura.
How can you say he can take care of himself when the man isn't capable of doing the same thing Laura can? He wouldn't be able to fight off an army of enemies, nor would he be able to survive the falls and beatings Laura withstood throughout this entire game.
Laura, wait. Here, take this bow. I've been saving it for you ever since I found it. It's powerful.
Devs, why do you guys do this? You give us the best weapon in the game right when we get to the end of the game. Yeah, I don't care if this is a game. Unless I'm playing a superhero game, there is no reason why a human can withstand a grenade launcher to the body. Is that supposed to be Sam and Laura? Because that's clearly two different people.
I'm not gonna make it out of here, Laura. Take the tools.
Not without you!
How often does a guy like me get to be a hero?
Nowhere to run!
The others are counting on us.
Look, I know this is supposed to be Alex's brave moment, but I would be so pissed if I died a virgin, especially if the only reason I'm trapped here was for some tools. Why isn't he mad? Care to explain to me how the rope is still attached to the boat? Oh, okay, so now it shows the rope dangling. I'm gonna have fun with the next Tomb Raider game, aren't I?
Seems anyone caught with you has a pretty low survival rate.
Well, Reyes, remember when Laura saved you and the others? If it weren't for Laura, your daughter would have to grow up without her mother. Best to show your appreciation.
That way. If I'm going to die in this place, I'm not going to do it hungry. Save a man's stomach, save his soul.
Some of your crew members are dead. You must be a grand fat one if food really changed your mood like that.
All the answers, but Sam being taken, I know it's linked. And if we try to leave here without understanding why, then we'll all die. Just like the pilots. Just like Roth.
No, Roth was killed by Matthias. He wasn't killed by the storm.
Who are these
The Storm God.
people?
They guard the monastery. They wait only to be introduced to their new queen by the one who brought her back to us.
Of course. Of course. I've encountered these archaic tribes before. Let's get some more words, James.
What is he doing?
My name is Dr. James Whitman. I come to you in peace. I bring you your new queen.
Oh no.
Your queen. What is it in Japanese? Your Joe. No!
I say Whitman got what he deserved, but seriously, for an archaeologist with 2 PhDs, he's very foolish. How did he not know these warriors would kill him since he's an intruder? You would think it's common sense at that point. Did the devs really save us from a good boss fight? Why would they do that? You know what's funny? No matter how long you take to save Sam, Himiko will never steal Sam's body. That means you can't fail. Oh, so now we're able to dual wield. Unforgivable. Ending off the game on a sunset cliche.
Sacrifice is a choice you make. Loss is a choice made for you.
I feel I should thank you. Capturing Bruce Wayne is so much easier than Batman. And now that we have you, Protocol 10 is ready to begin. It will be my legacy, a monument to your failure. And if you try to stop me, I guarantee everyone will know your secret.